This is Wendy Williams.
There's something more going on.
More than a year after her famous show got cancelled, the original queen of commentary, as what her fans call her, went from this to this.
Look closely. Right. Hold up, please. Hold up. I can't hold it higher.
She's been acting really strange.
So many years I can't count.
She looks different, with her eyes so wide.
He's out by getting stuff.
And sometimes even without the signature wigs she's been known for.
But my real name is Wendy Hunter.
She now struggles to walk. She has become forgetful.
I have no idea where we are. This doesn't look like anything familiar.
And on top of it all, she just says the most random things that don't really make sense.
This is a real ring. I wanted it so big that it looks fake.
Something is clearly happening to Wendy Williams. But because of her so many controversial issues, many people don't feel any empathy for Wendy and her current state. In fact, they say it's karma and that she rightfully deserves it.
This lady has talked about so many people so bad throughout her entire career. You might be looking fine and all that good stuff for right now, but you never know how you're going to end up down the line.
What happened to Wendy that made her transform into a seemingly different person?
If it happens to me, it could happen to you.
Are people right to say she deserves it as a punishment for everything she's done?
At the peak of her career, she was gone.
While many people admired Wendy for her wit and confidence,
Nobody can do it like Wendy. No one. People love Wendy.
a lot also criticized her for gossiping too much,
She's become that old lady I feel bad
for making fun of and just outright bullying many celebrities.
Your wig was pulled down so low. Oh my gosh. She's got a hairline fracture. He's got one of those, what do you call it? Cleft lip.
Yep.
Cleft palate.
For being inappropriate and insensitive,
He was charged with felony domestic assault. Isn't he just so dreamy?
and for being rude and tactless.
That's it? That's it? These are your people? These are your countrymen? And that's all you do?
Even I did a viral video showing her lack of compassion towards a dead person, saying this.
And he was murdered Monday morning. I have no idea who this is. It's got more followers than me.
And the thing about all of this is that she knew it.
I would ask you to respect our privacy, but please, I don't respect people's privacy. That's why I do the hot topics.
And because she had always been honest, she also didn't hide the fact that there was something wrong with her.
Nobody knew because I look so glamorous out here. After I finished my appointments, seeing my brothers and sisters, and I am driven by my 24-hour sober coach back to a home in the tri-state. That is my truth.
See, she's been suffering from multiple illnesses.
My hyperthyroid is attached also to Graves' disease. Graves' disease squeezes the muscles behind your eyeballs. That is the eye thing that you all have been seeing.
At some point, she passed out during one of her shows.
Our first caress.
At first, it seemed like she had it all together, even making light of her condition.
I would love a juicy, delicious close-up. Do you see my feet? Do you see how they barely fit in my shoes even, right?
But there came a point where she just couldn't handle it anymore. She pushed herself to her limits, leaving her no choice but to say goodbye to her show that's been running for 14 years.
I want to thank you so much for supporting our messy little show.
Wendy badly needed to take this break, but sadly, that wasn't bound to happen.
I didn't plan on this, but it is what it is.
She needed help so much that she had resort to something called guardianship. It means that she had to hire a person outside her family to make decisions for her, even making financial decisions. It's like what Britney Spears went through for 13 years. Except it was a bit more complicated for Wendy because of her medical conditions. Within a year after ending her show, she actually started getting worse. These videos came out and you could clearly see she wasn't doing very well.
I can't hold it higher. Do you see?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
Okay, do you see this?
Yes.
All right, it's up and down.
It seemed like she was a little bit disoriented and clearly wasn't making any sense.
And obviously, it alarmed many of her fans, especially when just recently, Wendy was seen for the first time in an entire year, looking like a completely different person.
Did you drink this whole thing today? Keep it there.
Wendy Williams has been diagnosed with 2 more diseases that are now affecting her language and communication abilities. And that's exactly why she's been acting so strange.
Did you see a neurologist?
To find out if I'm crazy?
Let's be honest, whether you like Wendy Williams or not, this was just too heartbreaking to watch. To make things even worse, for the past 2 years, Wendy's family has not had any idea where she is. She's been living in a facility and they couldn't freely communicate with her. And they say that the guardianship, which was supposed to help her, only took advantage of her.
All I want to know is where is my money? This is not right.
And this video that just came out, which was supposed to be her comeback, only made things worse, because many of her fans are now saying she is being exploited.
So when he first started filming the documentary, it was originally supposed to be like her comeback after her TV show was canceled, but it quickly became something else. So they saw when he started like filming it and recording it that she was messed up.
And while many people think that this could be a cry for help,
This is all too much.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
How dare him? I control men.
some would celebrate the fact that she's not okay. They think that all of this is right for all the toxic things she has done, for taking things too far when she thought she had the power. But no matter what she did in her life, I must say, I disagree with people who now celebrate.
Right now, she's weak and vulnerable.
I have no friends. You know how many people come out to support you? You know how many people love you?
I will never root for someone to become ill, and I still believe that every person deserves compassion. I have learned this the hard way, that people who hurt people usually are the ones who need love the most. It's easy to judge someone when they're not at their best, but sometimes this becomes the way they could be crying for help. So when we see someone struggling, remember that we can always choose to be kind and compassionate.